family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above all. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself, your health is here. We got it, reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like-minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. CTR Media Network.
Welcome to CTR Media Network TV, where we amplify voices to turn visibility into impact. Today, we are diving into a powerhouse episode with none other than Alan McLaren, CEO, founder, and elite personal branding expert behind Strata Originals. He trained over 600 CEOs, built brands from the ground up, and changed lives by helping leaders finally see themselves the way the world should see them, with confidence, clarity, and authenticity. If you have been wondering how to position your brand for growth, impact, and opportunity, then this is the episode for you. This is your moment. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and get right into it with the amazing Alan McLaren.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome to the
show. You know what? It is like a party. That music before we got started, I was dancing a little bit. All good.
Yes, but I am so happy to have you here today, Alan, because you are talking about something that deals with personal branding. And we hear the word branding so much, as whether you're a podcaster, entrepreneur, we hear it so much, but I don't really think we understand what it is. And I know that you are the man to break down what this branding or personal branding is. So when I think about what you do, I wanted to know, like, what inspired you to go more deeper into personal branding and then help other people understand it?
Well, the first thing is I had a marketing agency for 18 years. And then we moved out of that at COVID. Everybody has a bit of a transition. We had a big one. And then we realized we needed to look for something that would be purposeful for the rest of our working lives. As you can see, I have a little gray hair. And then we kind of looked at personal branding and said it had never been productized and easy to buy. It was always a PR firm or somebody that knew something about that. We said, let's make it easy and accessible for executives to be able to jump on. We did that. We built it. And I have to tell you, it has transformed my life because I'm helping CEOs transform theirs. So it's really exciting.
So you mentioned CEOs or executives, right? Yeah. So why should executives and CEOs, people who have their own business, really consider their personal branding?
Well, it's we target CEOs and executives and founders and builders, but really everybody has a personal brand. When you think about, if there's anybody listening today and say, okay, well, how people describe me when I'm not in the room? What do they say about me? That's your personal brand. That's the perception you're giving to the world. Then the question becomes, well, what are you doing about it? Your personal brand is your reputation. It's an asset if you choose to use it, or nothing will happen if you don't. And you won't know that nothing happened because you did nothing about it. So that's the importance of it, is that we all have one. It's not something we aspire to have. It's something we have.
You know, I never thought of it like that. You're right. Whether we are a business owner or not, we're all known for something. It's always that person in the neighborhood that may be known for making the best pies, or, being able to be a handy person or whatever like that. And I never quite thought about it as something that we just naturally have. But what should we do if we realize now, I realize I do have a brand, but what should I do? How can I position it the right way?
Well, the first thing is to really look inside. But the challenge, of course, is, as you've heard before, you can't see the label from inside the jar. So if you go to, you can use one of the worksheets that we have to help you kind of understand what you're about, what your gift is. And that gift could be, what am I known for? Am I known for the pies? Am I the pie lady? That's great. But, is the pie lady something you want to use to make yourself more money? Or is it something you want to give back to other people and say, let me teach people how to make pies because it's good for me. My grandma did it and I want to be able to teach others. So you have to really understand why you would want to build it. But by looking inward and saying, what am I known for? What perspectives do I have? That is so important, because we often have stories about people that say, well, I have a lot of competitors in my business. I said, you do, but you have zero competitors for your personal brand. Zero. Think about this. You could have gone to the same school, been in the same family, grew up in the same neighborhood, played the same sports, but you're different people. You have different perspectives. And that's part of the magic that you need to unlock. And that is really your gift to the world, is the things that you've learned to be able to share with others.
Wow, that was powerful, because, many people, we hear this phrase or this statement that different industries are too saturated. Everybody's doing this, everybody's doing that. But when you look at it from your perspective, what you bring us to see about, okay, it's your personal brand. It's dealing personally with you, no competition. You work you and figure out. The thing is, we need to figure out what we want to lead with, whether we want to teach or whether we want to have this influential kind of situation going on. But I never even thought about it in that way. That's why I love interviewing. I'm like, I never thought about that. You're not in a competition with your personal self. It's just you.
Just you. And Dr. Seuss was right when he said, only you are you. The reality is there is no other human that's ever been invented or born with your perspectives and your world view. And that matters, because that's what makes you different. Now, and here's an example. If you're a coach, a personal coach, what does that mean? I'm a personal coach. I'm a life coach. I'm a business coach. I'm a finance coach. I'm a personal branding coach. And then inside that bucket, how many different people are there inside that? And are you tough on people? Do you love people? All of those things matter. So when you build your personal brand, people will go, Alan is a personal branding coach. He helps people do this. He leads with his heart. He's supportive. Now, because you're getting to know me and say, that fits with my world. That's the kind of person I want to have hanging with me. That's what personal branding does. You end up building trust with people you've never met before at scale. That's magic. It's the same thing in podcasting, the world that you live in. What we're doing today, we're touching tens of thousands of people. Some people might go, I want to work with him. Some will say, I don't like this guy. That's all good. But you get to make a decision because we're communicating what we love and what we're passionate about.
Speaking of what you love, when I think about your mission, could you tell everyone about the mission of your company and why you decided to do what you do?
Well, it's very simple. What we learned was, because I've worked with, hundreds of CEOs, that I believe that they have a mandate to get out there and teach the world what they know. Because how do you learn today? As you said earlier, you love interviewing people because you're curious. And when you're curious, you learn. So you're a better person after today and after every interview you do. Same with me. I become a better person because I've learned. So our mission is to reach as many leaders as we can, not just CEOs. Leaders are everything. Church leader, synagogue leader, baseball team. You're all leaders in some way. Get out there and share the best of you, and do it on social media or on podcasting or on speaking gigs, because you'll impact the next generation. That's our mission. And if we can do that, then social media will be a happy place and not a cesspool that it can be. If we're teaching, sharing, and engaging, that's what it was designed for originally. That's our mission, to help move that needle.
I love it, especially when you said we have a mandate. You have an assignment that you understand, that you know. Like, people ask me, how do you know you're supposed to be doing podcasts? I'm like, I know that this is my particular thing, my thing that I'm supposed to be doing in order to help the people that I'm on this earth to help. And so you understand your mandate, and I can hear it in your voice. I can see it when you smile. It's a certain look when people know, not guessing. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and they leaning into their special gifts and talents in order to make someone else's life better. And in essence, that is exactly what you're making them do. You're doing for your clients, because before I understood anything about branding in general, in the beginning, I just thought branding was, okay, let me just make this little flyer, tell them I got this little situation going on, or I got this product, I got this, but explain to them that it's more than just a flyer. It's more than just posting, because some people think that's branding.
Well, there's a couple of ways to be branded, right? You could be successful at business and then you become a personal brand, right? The majority of us are not going to be in that celebrity category or influencer category. Most of us have to fight hard for our little space in the world. But when you think about how you actually do that, you actually take the gifts you have. What we always say internally is find your gifts and share it in the service of others. And if you think about it as a life of service, when you are sharing your gifts, think about the transformation that you can do when someone reads something or sees something that you do that says, thank you for helping me do that. I mean, think about this. We're 7, 8 billion people on the planet. We're here for you. We're doing this stuff. It's kind of fun. But there's a deeper piece here. If we could all help each other in whatever our expertise is, whether you're spiritual, whether it's business, whatever it happens to be, that's what I think is the opportunity we all have. And then when we discover it, guess what? We're transforming each other, and then you go transform somebody else. And it actually has a ripple and an exponential effect over time if you do it right.
That is so, so true. And, on that note, we're going to take us a little commercial break, and we'll be back in a moment with the amazing Alan, who's telling us, getting ourselves together about this branding, because, you don't really know what it is, but he's breaking it down for us on the day. We'll be back in a moment.
Thank you so much, CTR Media Network, Dr. Tina Ramsey, along with the staff of CTR Media Network and all of the podcasters that have programs featured on CTR Media Network. I'm Kim Jacobs, the host of The Kim Jacobs Show, and we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. It is such an honor and a privilege to be able to be associated with Dr. Tina Ramsey and her program with CTR Media Network. They go over and beyond the call of duty and do exceptionally well when it comes to the podcasters. I'm saying things that are like, ooh, mind-blowing. They are exceeding our expectations, and I cannot be more grateful and more thankful. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all of your professionalism, your consideration, going the extra mile to make sure that your podcasters have what we need to be able to have a thriving program and to get exposed to over 350 million households, 46 countries. I am excited to be a part of CTR Media Network, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsey, for all that you do. God bless you.
And just like that, we are back. We're back with Alan. We're talking about what branding is, what it isn't, and also helping you be able to understand and get off of so much, I'm going to sell, but who are you going to help? Because once you figure out who you're going to help, then the rest is it's going to happen. It's just how it happens. Okay. I always put people first. So Alan, let's get back to the top of the discussion of this personal branding, because you really is giving us a whole different perspective, realizing that we are already a brand from the moment that we born. It's just a matter of if we decide to do anything with it. Right. But now we're talking to the people who want to do something with their brand. So realistically, for someone who wants to start this personal branding journey, what platform do you think that is easy for them to start on?
It depends on where their audience is, right? At the end of the day, as you know, in the media, you talk to your tribe. Like, who is your tribe? Find that out. And that comes back to that study that internally you do that little work on yourself and say, okay, who do I want to be? If it's business, I mean, it could be any platform, right? There are dozens and dozens, but LinkedIn is obviously one opportunity. And I think the easiest one to get started on. And if you're new to the game, go on and start celebrating others. Go on and see Dr. Tina and say, hey, that was a really good podcast. Be insightful. Go comment on 10, 12 things. You're going to learn. You're going to grow. You're going to start building relationships. You're going to start to see how people see you. just by communicating with others. And there's, hundreds of millions of people out there that you could start that way. When you get comfortable, then you start producing your own content. That's a big step. But when you do, I'm telling you, when you get over the fear of that, magic starts to happen, because then you start to see how your tribe reacts to you. And it is so cool to do. But I would start there, start to learn, and then go follow the gurus. If you want to learn about personal branding, follow me. You want to learn about marketing, follow Gary Vaynerchuk. You want to learn about podcasting, Dr. Tina. There are experts out there you can follow and see what they're doing and say, is that me? And then can I emulate them? You can, as long as you're authentically you. You don't try to be Gary V. You be you under the same topic. That's what you could start to do to start that journey that you talked about.
I love it. I love it. For individuals who may be a little shy, a little nervous about social media, you gave them 2 scenarios where they can start off at. Either if you haven't really built up your personal brand through social media yet, and you're a little nervous about doing it yourself, he actually told you to go and start commenting up on the people's stuff. Yeah. That is one way for people to get to know you, by you commenting, being actively engaged. I know I personally remember people who are showing up all the time, commenting, following me, coming to events where I'm at. Like, they become your community, your tribe, that when you see them, you give them a first priority because they show up all the time. Do you want to be on the radar of the people who you admire? Well, then show up. Sure. And that actually helps get you in rooms as well, like you said. But number 2, you can actually start creating your content and being consistent. So I love how you said communicating, because we are in this time where we get so much content that we get so used to just scrolling. I see it. Oh, well, that was good. Maybe I'll come back another time and, throw a little like, a little heart. Maybe I'll say something. No, if you want to build your brand, you need to start saying something. You need to start typing something. You need to start doing something, okay? And so I love how you said that, because anybody can do that. That's very simple. It's just putting yourself out there a little bit.
You use the word showing up. That's the game we're talking about. Show up with your authentic self. Be you, share the best of you. And if it's 100 people or 1,000 people, think about this. If you do a speaking gig somewhere and there's 100 people in the room, you get 1,000 people in the room every time you show up when you're on social media. What's going to be more effective long-term? So that's why showing up is the absolute right thing. It's the right word. Yes.
So when I think about what you do, you talk about, if I'm saying it correctly, Strata Originals. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the name came from, if you think of strata means stratosphere. Everybody has you can be at the top of the strata, or you can be at the bottom. Everybody has different goals. Some people say, I want to write a book. I want to do a podcast. I want to be a speaker. I want to be a celebrity. Whatever that wannabe is, you're on a stratosphere. And then originals, it's back to Dr. Seuss. There's only you. So strata and originals going together. You go to the heights you want to go based on the effort, time, energy, and money, right? That's the effort. And then ultimately, you can get where you want to go, because there's no competition for you.
I love that. And, I'm going to remember that much better, because now you gave me the illustration and you gave me the analogy. And so I love it, because I was able to visually see what you were speaking about. So it sticks in. I'm a visual person, in case you didn't know. I'm very visual. I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm not going to forget it.
Very low energy too. I mean, I can't, you're punching me in the face with your energy. It's so amazing.
Listen, I like this all the time. Like, people say, where can I get that? I'm like, well, you meet my mom, you meet my dad, you meet my children. We're all the same. They got it from me, So, but I do have a opposite side, where if I'm not interested, I'm pretty much like this. Like, really? Oh, that's so sweet. Bless your little heart. That's so sweet. But if I'm interested, I'm excited.
But you know what? But all kidding aside, That's how I've just met you, and I'm describing your personal brand. High energy, curious, intelligent, committed, giver. Like that, those are words that are coming off the page right together. We've just got together the first time. That's what
Wow.
happens to you every single day in your life. Every place you show up, people are making decisions about you, and that is what sticks with them.
That's true. That's true. And I never even, again, you are just pushing the needle, pushing my mind. Like, I thought I knew this, but no, this is a whole different perspective. So I'm absolutely loving this. So you gave us so many tips and strategies dealing with what platform and letting us know that we do need to be on LinkedIn, because believe it or not, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, sad to say, that join Facebook, Instagram, YouTube before they join LinkedIn. And I tell every professional, business professional that want to be taken seriously for professionalism, you need to be on LinkedIn.
100%.
Okay, that is where corporate America at. That is where the real professionals. I'm not saying you can't find real professionals on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, but I'm saying that is the platform for professionals.
It is.
You need to be where they are, so I'm like, that's one tip I always give entrepreneurs when I meet them in person. I'm like, what's your LinkedIn? Oh, I don't have one. I'm on IG. I'm like,
no.
You want to be taken seriously? Go to LinkedIn.
It's a lot of young people. A lot of young people don't get that because it's not cool.
Yes.
And this isn't about cool. It's about communication. So think about it. Your audience is there. Go find them.
And it's very compared to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all those places, it's not as saturated, meaning a lot of people, it's people on LinkedIn, but it's a different mindset. That's the best word. The mindset on LinkedIn is totally different. People are really thinking. They're really thinking. They're not there to be entertained. They're there to be educated. They're there to network. They're there to build business. They're there to, like, it's a whole different situation over there on LinkedIn. And once you get over there and develop an appreciation, you guys will understand what I'm saying. You won't have to do all the stuff that you do over on the other platforms when you go to a platform that is conducive to doing business, real business at the end of the day. So let's think about, you mentioned this word a lot, being authentic. And I feel that is something in this world where we live in, that in the world of reality TV, I feel like a lot of people is losing being their authentic self. So let's talk about the importance of showing up, not only showing up, but being who you are.
Unapologetically who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about this, right, if I tried to be entertaining in the way that, an entertainer would be, or a comedian, I would fail. If I tried to have the energy that you do just to match your energy, it wouldn't fit, right? Mm-hmm. So you've got to just say, what do I bring to the party? What's real? My conversation with you could be the same if my wife was sitting here, or I was at a networking event, or I am doing a speech. I want to be the same human because I am the same human. As soon as I start to be something I'm not, it's inauthentic. We don't need more curated leaders. We need real leaders. Like, I know I lead with my heart. That is who I am. It's clear. I do that. And if I try to become an intellectual, I don't feel authentic. I'm going, why would I do that? Who am I trying to impress? Nobody cares. But they do connect with people they like to connect with. Like, you have a tribe of people you've built over your career. They like you because of who you are, not because of who you're trying to be. You are who you are. You're not fake. Everything about you is real. I can feel that. And that's what we're trying to get people to go, don't be curated, perfect colors, perfect website, perfect videos. No, imperfect is good, because that's what a human is. And that's what people connect to. Your vulnerabilities, your frailties, your fears, that's all real. And that's why when building trust with somebody, what do? Be real with them, and then you'll have trust. And this is building trust at scale. because now you can reach thousands of people who will spend time with you that you have never met before. That is incredibly cool.
It is when you think about it. There are always people on this earth that's gonna like you for you. Just on the flip side, some people won't. I tell people all the time, I may not be everybody's cup of coffee, but I'm definitely somebody's cup of tea. That's okay. I am who I am, and I'm gonna be who I am because it's too much work trying to be someone who you're not. And one thing that people always tell me when I go places, speaking or whatever I'm doing in the community, they were like, "You're the exact same person that we see on social media." I'm like, "Yeah, what did you expect to get? You're still bubbly, you're still this and that." I'm like, "Yeah, and why shouldn't I be?" It was like, but you know how sometimes you meet somebody in person and they like a whole different person. I'm like, that's too much work. That's too much work.
Thank you for saying that. I've never actually heard somebody, it's too much work to try to be somebody else. It's so right. It's easy to be yourself, but remember, people confuse their roles with their personality. Like I'm a CEO, right? So as a CEO, sometimes I have to have the hat on. I have to fire people. I have to discipline people. I have to do the tough things that CEOs have to do. But I can always do it with a heart. I can always do it with love, right? I can always do it with respect. But my job is to do the tough things. So you don't have to lead with love, but you don't have to be a bad person ever. You just have to make sure you understand who you are, and then your staff will know that. Your team knows that. And boy, does it go a long way when they can trust you to do the right thing for them and for the business and for the customers. That's the game. So it's easy to be you. It's really hard to be somebody else.
It is. It's too much work at the end of the day. That I'm like, just be you at the end of the day. You don't have to remember a long list of something that you maybe said. I'm like, it's the same thing. No matter where I go, I speak the same thing. And I can tell that is the exact same way that you are, Alan, because it's like no pressure. I'm here. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I don't do. This is what I'm going to speak about. This is what I don't even touch. Like, I get that from you, like, easy go Sunday morning. Like,
that's right. I love the saying, be yourself because everybody else is taken, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So if everybody else takes, so just be you. It's easy, right? It's easy to be you. Don't like the fake part. People can figure that out really quickly, right? You could tell when someone's full of crap. Those are the people you don't need in your life. You don't need drama in your life. So just be you. And I'll tell you, you become personal branding is an attraction strategy. You start attracting your tribe to you because of who you are and the people you want to hang with. That's happened to you. I know that. And it's happened to me. And it continues to happen to me every day.
Oh, yes. So for everyone who is curious, because now you have enlightened us to let us know what personal branding is, what it is, and how we can actually build this authentically. You even gave us some tips and some strategies on how we can actually do it for free, just in case you didn't catch it. FYI, LinkedIn, that's free.
Yeah.
So he gave you that. So now, how can people that after they hearing all this, they're like, well, I can do the LinkedIn, I can do all this, but I really want to work with someone on personal brand to help me because I still don't quite understand me, and how to do it. So how can they get in contact with you and where do they start?
Well, I would start by going to my LinkedIn. So Alan McLaren on LinkedIn, all one word. And then there's a place you can download a worksheet. That'll get the conversation started. Free download. You download it, start working on it yourself. And then if you feel compelled to get in touch with us, there's a place to book a 30-minute meeting, and we'll walk you through it. No pressure at all. What you came up with, so you could leave with, hey, look, I now know who I am, and you decide to do what you want. If you want to work with us, remember, we're not for everybody, right? We're not the most inexpensive thing on the planet. But we do, that's why we work with executives and CEOs who can typically afford what we do. But we want to help others too. That's why the worksheet is free. It can help you become you and understand you. And then if you're the type of person that wants to work with someone, then a company like ours hopefully can help you. But start the relationship by downloading the worksheet, subscribe to our newsletter, follow me. You'll see my content. Hopefully you'll learn a lot. And in a year, you might be ready to go. I'm ready now. And then we'll be ready to work with you.
Sounds great. So do you have a website they can go to that you suggest?
StrataOriginals.com is the website, or through Alan McLaren, you can find the website there. And I've got a YouTube channel and Instagram and Twitter, every social network you want to think about. LinkedIn is a good place to start because it's easy to find me.
Okay. Well, you guys make sure to go check him out because let me lean in. You know you need help. Stop playing. Nah. Drop that pride to the side. Y'all know y'all need some help because I see your social media. When you be commenting, I see you need some help. So go get some help. Go ahead and get that worksheet and go and start your personal branding journey. Because remember, at the end of the day, your personal brand is how people is going to remember you. So many of you are saying, I want to build wealth. I want to leave a legacy. But guess what? Getting your personal branding together is a part of leaving your digital imprint, leaving that legacy that your great grandchildren will be able to find you later on in life. And this is how you truly build wealth. This is how you build legacy. This is how you build your community. And it ultimately, what I love to say is what it builds your impact. And your impact, once you build impact, then income is right behind it. You have to impact the people before you can make money. So what are you going to do?
Do that.
Okay. All right. And you know you need help, so go to Alan. Because I'm not a branding expert, okay? I am not a branding expert. That is not what I do. But I bring amazing people like him to our show so that you guys can be connected with people who are leaders within their niche industry. And so make sure to check them out. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience or tell them before we go, Alan?
Yeah, I'll leave them with a quote. Your personal brand shows up in the room before you do, and it stays there when you leave. Is it exactly what you want it to be, or is there a gap? If there's a gap, then that's why we encourage you to download the worksheet and close that gap.
Wow. Okay. I need y'all to let that simmer. I need you to let that simmer for a moment. I need you to really think it. Oh, I'm gonna have to rewind that, dog. I'm letting people know how old I am talking about rewind. Excuse me, young people. I'm letting them know that I was alive with the telephone booth. Y'all don't know what that is. No. Go look it up. Google it. Yeah. But anyway, Alan, thank you so much for being here today and explaining to us in layman terms, without all the high-end jargon, about what personal branding is, helping us to really get ourselves together. And you guys make sure to check him out. Follow him on social media. Get that free worksheet. And for those of you who want to take it to the next level, definitely check him out on today. Thank you so much for being a featured guest.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Listen, he helps us unlock the CEO brand within you, how to build an authentic personal brand that drives business growth, because everything that Alan said is actually going to help your business grow and be scalable. Okay. People need to connect with you, not your product. They want you first. If you put your product before you, that's the problem. Anyway, go check him out. Go check him out today. For those of you who want to be inspired, you want to be encouraged, and you want to learn more, then there's no better place to go than CTR Media Network app. You can watch us on television. You can listen to us on all major podcasting platforms, and of course on social media. Our way of making our positive impact is making sure that we have our content available to you for absolutely free. So the only thing you have to do is take the initiative and download the CTR Media Network app today. Go ahead, touch the screen, scan me, baby, scan me. Woo, you won't hurt me, scan me, so that you can watch my show as well as all of the other shows that's on our network. Because it's not just me. I come with a community. We have over 30 plus shows that's on the network right now and counting, more to come that will touch every aspect of your life and business. On that note, you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. Make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place. Thank you for being a part of CTR Media Network. Talk to you later. Have you heard about Book Authority's Best New Podcasting Book winner, which is Dr. Tina J. Ramsey for her book, The Power of Podcasting, Unlocking Tips and Strategies for Podcasting Success. This book is your podcasting coach in a book. She is sharing so many strategies. This book reached number 1 twice on Amazon for new release and best-selling book. So go ahead to ctrmedianetwork.com to purchase your copy today, or simply place your order on amazon.com today and unleash the power of podcasting. CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.